All right, this is take one, and unfortunately, a customer had just walked in, so I kind of lost my riled edge on the topic for today. So, first, I want to start off with just this quick idea, and I want to see what your opinion is on it. But I'm also going to go back to see which way looks best to me. So, what I did is at the beginning of this video, for about the first 15-20 seconds or so, is I was looking right above the camera lens, and then as soon as I finished the introduction, I moved my eyes down to the bottom or into the lens, and now I'm looking right below the lens. And really, I want to see which way looks like I'm talking to you the most, which way looks like the right way. And I'm a little iffy on which way is the right way. I used to look at the top because the right above my lens is the word Nikon, so it's easy for me to focus on that word while I talk. But then I feel like it looks like I'm looking at your forehead. So instead, I look into the lens. Now, the downside about looking into the lens is that creates this weird eye-to-eye contact. And so I feel like that's a little bit weird. So I put a little thingy around my camera lens with the word look underneath. And the idea with that one is that it looks like I'm more looking at your mouth, which is how a normal conversation would more look like. Because when you talk to someone, you don't usually look them in the eyes all too much, though you do sometimes. You mostly look at their mouths. So I'm curious on which one looks best to you, and that's what the first minute of this video was really about. Should I look at your forehead? Should I look you dead in the eyes when I talk to you? Or should I look just below you at the word look, as if I'm looking at your mouth? And now, onto the topic of today. It was going pretty great this morning. It's actually been a pretty good business day. Until I went onto Facebook. Word of life advice. Don't go onto social media. It kind of ruins the day. But I saw from several people, shockingly enough, as a small business owner, a lot of my friends are also small business owners. And I saw that today, this week, is Small Business Week. This is from the SBA, which I had to look up, is the Small Business Administrator. I've already forgotten. I'm not going to retake this take one. Let's see, SBA. Small Business Administration. There we go. That's sba.gov if you're American. But apparently, May is Small Business Month. And more particularly, May 2nd through 8th is Small Business Week. And I'm kind of against Small Business Week, Small Business Month, but I'm also against the idea of appreciation type months, whether it's like Morgan Freeman is really against the Black History Month, and you should look up a couple of videos on him talking about it. He's pretty darn good at talking, much better than I am. But the idea is, why limit the appreciation, or why limit the thanks, or why limit the respect to a month or to a week? You know, you shouldn't support me for the month of May. You shouldn't support me for May 2nd through May 8th, which is the Small Business Appreciation Week. You shouldn't support me specifically today. And so that's why I might end up putting this title is you shouldn't support me on a Tuesday. Because supporting a small business because it's a day on the calendar, or because it's a month or a week on a calendar, is kind of ridiculous. I don't want your support in that way. And here's the phone. Let me grab that real fast. I don't even know where I left off. Man, customers are good. Make sure you keep your... Oh, lordy. All right. Well, see, these are 2-second jumps for you, but these are full-on 10-minute conversation derailments for me. Hopefully, I can get through this video now. I don't want your support in that way. I don't want you to feel like, oh, you know, because it's written in this on the calendar on this month or on this week or on this day, that you should spend money with me. That's not why I open a business. That's not why I give my services that I do. It's not a one-way transaction where I expect to open a business and fill out legal documents and, you know, submit my taxes, and in return for you to give me money. That's not why I opened a business. That's not very very good business plan. I opened a business because I thought I had something of value to you. I thought we could trade services for preferably cash. or services for something in return, because time is money, money is time. You get all of that. That gets repeated over and over again. But that's why I opened a business. I didn't open a business to be supported 1 month out of the year, 1 week out of the month, or 1 day out of the week. That's not what small business owners open business. That's not what good small business owners open businesses for. What a tongue twister. But so that's why when I see this, you should support small businesses, or, there's Black Friday, and then there's Small Business Saturday, and then there's Cyber Monday. Most of the time I'm closed on Small Business Saturday because I'm out shopping at other places. I don't expect to be treated differently because I'm a small business. I expect that my customers come to me because we have something that each other want. I want their money, just like you want your bosses or the company you work for money. My boss is my customers. That's how being a small business owner works. They say it must be nice being your own boss, when in reality you have 12,000 bosses out there in your local community. You don't get the one boss that you can just trash talk all day, because your boss is your friends. Your boss is the people you go to and see at the grocery store. And that's one of the things about being a business owner in a community, is that you no longer have that one person that you could trash talk in private. You now have a whole community of bosses that you could trash talk in private, if you so feel like it. I, as you could tell, have a lot of really great customers. I'm fortunate enough to have been able to steer my customer base in a way that I really enjoy the people around me and my local community. And so when I see things like this, you should support small businesses this week. And all these small business supporting posts on, Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, I'm like, don't come spend money with me if you don't have a problem that I can fix. Don't just throw money at me because it makes you feel good. I mean, if you really want to throw money at me because it makes you feel good, go for it. But don't expect me to take it and expect something in return later on down the road, because I'm in business for a reason. And it's not to just take money. It's to trade the services that I have for the money, along with most of the other places. So like down the street, they don't expect me to just go in there and buy, garden seed or grass seed or hay just because it's Small Business Week. They expect me to go in there once every 2 or 3 weeks to buy the bag of dog food that I do. They're not expecting a handout from me. They supply a service, or a good for me in this case, dog food. And so every 2-3 weeks I go in and I buy a bag of dog food. That's how you support small business. It's not going in there and just being like, hey, my calendar said that I should give you $10 today because you're a small business. That's not supporting the small business. And I think that's a huge misleading thing that a lot of people don't understand. And as you can tell, I am extra busy today. And I feel like this is going to be a much busier week than normal, because it is popping up on, Lord, there goes the phone. Because it is popping up on Facebook and Instagram and social media platforms that you should support small business. Now, of course, I always enjoy the money, but it's one of those things that, you shouldn't support the business one month out of the year, 1 week out of the month, 1 day out of the week. You should support them because there is something that they can support you with. It's a trade-off. And really, that's the rant for the day. Hopefully, it all made sense. I had to watch to see if I actually cut correctly, because I think I hit the pause button twice and you got a little bit of conversation on the phone. Otherwise, let me know. Do you like it when I look above the lens and look at the word Nikon while I'm talking? Do you like it when I look into the lens as if I'm looking you in the eyes? Or do you prefer a little more casual, where I'm looking actually below the lens? It's one of those things that I'm kind of working on. I'm still new to this, so I need to figure out what looks the best and make that the natural thing. And I might actually talk about making a new natural in a video, making a new normal, I guess is what they call it, in a later video. But I saw that on the social media and it kind of got me riled up, and I just want to talk about it. Don't support me because it's Tuesday. Support me because I have something you want and you have something I want, and we can make a business deal out of this. And on that note, I will see y'all in the next video. Have a good one.